Hello and welcome. Today I will show you how to create a pomander, also known as the kissing ball. This is a very common decoration, commonly used in weddings, sometimes attached to pews, sometimes used for bridesmaids. It's a very common decoration for many gazebos, outdoor venues. Even sometimes the flower girl also uses these. So you will need some simple floral oasis foam, submerge it in your water, some moss, also submerged in water, and you'll also need some chicken wire. You're going to need to cut enough to cover your oasis in. Be careful with the chicken wire as it could cut you. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it to our desired length. Remember, the kissing ball is quite literally a ball made of flowers, and it's very round, and you can make it with roses, any sort of flower that you'd like. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to take your oasis and you're going to trim it into a circle, or as circular as you can get it, into the desired shape and your desired size. So of course you can buy your own, but I'm going to show you this florist's secret as to how to do it yourself. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your oasis and you're going to simply put it on your moss. Then you're going to wrap it up in your moss like so, as you can see here. You're also going to take pieces of wire, fold them into the shape of a U, make these U clips, and simply just clip your moss to your oasis. You can see here, simply taking my wire, bending it, and creating these little U clips, kind of like bobby pins or those bun clips. Then you're going to take your chicken wire and you're going to put it in. And wrap your chicken wire around your moss oasis ball right here. Simply like this, bend it over. Be careful not to cut your hands, as the chicken wire is pretty sharp. Just make this little ball with your moss and your chicken wire. And now we're going to extra secure it with our wire. Connect the two sides together and twist. Simply like that, and do that in many places just to secure it. So these pomanders you can create, or this base you can create in many different shapes and sizes. Usually they are circular, but you can create them in many different sizes. Now we're going to take a bit of ribbon. The ribbon is there so that you can hang it. Once again, that's also your desired length. And you're going to tie one end to a piece of the chicken wire. You're going to loop it through the chicken wire. And then you're just going to tie the two ends together like this. Pull it through. Double knot it if you wish. And then here you have your little string. This is what you will use to attach your pomander to your pew or to your gazebo, or as a handle for your bridesmaids or your flower girl. We're just going to make a small bow out of the ribbon that we have. This small bow will act as a bit of a cushion when you're storing your little wedding ball overnight. So just make a small bow And since you don't want to break the flowers overnight, we're going to use this to act as a cushion for our ball. See, versus that, we're going to hang it, or rather place it on that side. And if you don't want the bow, don't worry, it's practically unnoticeable when you create it. And when you finally make your pomander. So just take the ribbon that you used prior from the little handle you created. That's why I left the two little pieces of ribbon. I'm going to use that and I'm going to tie my bow to my ball here. As you can see now I just have a bow with the handle. And this is going to act as the cushion when I place it upside down overnight. Base is ready. As you can see here, our base is prepared. And now we're going to begin adding our flowers. So now I'm going to show you how to create a pomander with roses and some hydrangeas. I have roughly about 9 pink ones, 9 ivory, but of course I don't know if that's how many I need. I'm also going to break up these hydrangeas into little pieces. So when you're inserting your rose, you want to cut it pretty short, and you also want to cut it on an angle. And when you're putting it in, you want to make sure that the bulb is practically touching the bottom of your little ball here, okay? Because this is what's going to create the full shape of your pomander. You don't want it to be too big, so you want to make sure that you get the right little shape, the right size, and that depends on how long you make your flowers. Same thing with the hydrangeas. You want to cut it on an angle to have a sharp little bottom there so that you can put it into your base easily. So just continue doing this, putting your roses as deep as you possibly can, making sure it aligns with your flowers. And continue doing this. As mentioned before, it is a very tedious process. But don't give up. Just help continue working and it will for sure turn out to be such a beautiful kissing bell. When designing your pomander, you want to place your roses in kind of like a checkered pattern, as you can see here. Also, when you're storing it overnight, you might need to hang it. Actually, you will need to hang it because the roses are much more fragile. They will break if you put them down on them like that. So you're going to have to hang it in order to keep your roses from breaking. And at some point, you're also going to have to hold it with the robe when you're building this. So it is much more difficult than building with baby's breath, but it's still very possible and you can still get a beautiful result out of it. So don't give up, keep working. You can also leave a little section open or untouched on the top of your ball here so that you can hold it by when you're doing the bottom. As you can see here, I'm holding it by this little empty section that I made here at the top. You can do that as well, whatever you are comfortable with. I was precisely correct when I said that you'll need 3 hydrangeas roughly and 9 pink and ivory roses. But here you go. This is your final product. Make sure when you're keeping it overnight, hang it up so that you don't break any of the roses. And thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments, questions, and concerns below. And don't forget to subscribe.